morning, good evening, hello guys, it is I, Toby King, and welcome back to another TKWF Universe mode. This is the Make It or Break It pay-per-view, the first pay-per-view of the TKWF Universe. Now, I apologize for it taking so long, but it's here now, and we have an amazing card planned for you tonight. So to kick off the show, we're going to have Cowboy Paul challenging a member of the collection, Conroy James. With Electro's attack on Luke Valiant challenges him to a match. We have the women's title match between Cameron Newton and Alice Lane. We have the Cruiserweight title between Kurai Falcon and Jesse Kincaid. And to kick off the Global Championship match, we have the Falls Count Anywhere Triple Threat match, where the multi-man title and the Intercontinental title will be fused together into the new Global Championship. Now, I'll get into that a bit later, but for now, here we have the man, the myth, the cowboy, Cowboy Paul. Now, this is Cowboy Paul's second ever match in TKWF, because he made an amazing debut against Scott Priest, and then he decided to approach Roven of the collection, and surely enough, it ended into a brawl, which ended up with him being injured. So, with him being medically cleared to compete here tonight, he's thrown down a challenge to the collection. Any member who would step in the ring with him and go man-to-man with the Cowboy would get a chance. And surely enough, Conroy James of the collection stepped forward. So we already know that Conroy James is a member of the collection. We already know that Dale Roven will be challenging Jason Mercer next in part 2. So we already know that Taylor is one member of the collection. Who is the fourth member? We haven't seen him show up just yet. This is the collective, no joke, or maybe pun intended, who knows. This is the debut of all 4 members of the collection officially in the TKWF. They have been wreaking havoc backstage for over a month now. Their first night in the TKWF, they attacked the tag team champions, injuring Angelo Epps and forcing them to relinquish the tag team forcing the Gangster Squad to relinquish the tag team championships, which is why the collection have a tag team championship match here tonight in part 2. But for now, we're going to kick off this show. They also attacked Jay Stone in the middle of the ring. They've also beaten down Cowboy Paul outside, and then they threw an open challenge to Jason Mercer. So, will he accept? We have not gotten the answer yet, but the match is booked, so if he shows up, he shows up. If not, then I guess Roven will get a victory in his first match. But anyway, into the match at hand right now. Cowboy Paul's already taking a strong lead, going for a cover way too early in the match. But surely enough, he is trying to prove to the collection that you don't fuck with the Cowboy. And the collection, as I said, all making their in-ring debuts here tonight, trying to make a name for themselves. I mean, imagine coming into a pay-per-view, making your debuts after wreaking havoc for a month and not making an impact. That would be an interesting perspective, but we will find out as it goes. Again, speaking about in-ring debuts here tonight, Electro is also another DZW denizen entering in the TKWF. Oh, and here we go with the cover. 1, and a kick out at 1. He attacked Loverboy Luke Valiant last week during his entrance in a match that Electro wasn't even part of. And Luke Valiant managed to counter the attacks. But the match had been made. Luke Valiant wanted to challenge Electro in the ring. We still don't know much about Electro or his backstory. All I know is he's from DZW so far. I'm sure in the coming weeks we will have some more information about him. Now the collection, also DZW denizens, I unfortunately signed them when I made a deal with the DZW general manager to sign a few of his wrestlers. He sneaked it into the contract that the collection would come with any DZW superstars that come onto the roster, and surely enough, they took advantage of the fact that they were already signed to just wreak havoc, make a name for themselves before I even knew that they were on my roster. So far now, Cowboy Paul is just dominating. I apologize for that. Is just dominating the startings of this match right now. Oh, a nice hip toss there, coming from James. Now, the collection are a collective unit, if you will. They don't really have a leader. If you were to choose one leader out of it, it definitely would be Roven. He's more of the mouthpiece of the group, though they all agree on what they do. There's no, like, people going in their own separate ways to do what they want. They all work together on a specific goal. And at the moment, their goal is to wreak havoc in the TKWF and make a name for themselves. And by God, are they doing it so far here tonight? Well, we'll find out. I asked a rhetorical question that hadn't been answered yet. Makes no sense, but okay. Will they make a name for themselves here tonight? We will find out, is what I was trying to say. I apologize for that confusing commentary right there, but Conroy taking the reins in this match now, though this has been a pretty back and forth contest for the most part. Oh, and here we go with cover. 1, 2, oh no, and a kick out at 1. It was almost a 2 count though, but Cowboy Paul not having any of it here tonight. And these two going back and forth, standing toe-to-toe in the ring, just brutally beating each other up. I mean, Cowboy Paul came into this with the intent of getting revenge on the collection for injuring him when he was on a winning streak of, I mean, granted it was a match of 1, but it's still an undefeated streak in the company nonetheless. But surely enough, here we have Cowboy Paul back on the offensive now, dealing some... Oh no. And there we have the 310 to Yuma, ladies and gentlemen. Goes for the cover now. 1, 2. Oh! Kick out just before the 2 count. The 310 to Yuma, one of Cowboy Paul's most dangerous moves. Oh god, here we go. He's queuing up for the move that no one has kicked out of in the past. Here we go. The OK Corral. Now, will this be enough to keep Conroy James down? Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, he kicked out. Conroy is the first person to ever kick out of the OK Corral in Cowboy Paul's long career. What a amazing feat to do. What are the collection capable of if they can kick out of dangerous moves such as the OK Corral and then get it up straight away and fight? Oh, It's a nice stunner type move there. Oh, and here we go. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. I'm not sure what he calls that stunner looking move, but it was definitely a nice move nonetheless. Conroy trying to pull off all the stops here against Cowboy Paul. Dragging him into the corner now. Oh, throws him outside the ring. Now they're taking this fight to the outside. Keep in mind that this is a regular match, so there aren't disqualifications. There are countouts. So if these two get counted out, imagine the first match of the pay-per-view. Both trying to make a name for themselves, trying to get revenge in one case, trying to make a name for your crew in another, and you end up in a count-out victory. I doubt these two are going to take it that far. They're probably going to try to get back in the ring soon, but, you know, who knows. They're taking this brawl to the outside. Nice running knee there from Conroy. And he's taking time to taunt to the crowd. Oh, the kick to the head from Conroy. Threatens a punch, but Cowboy Paul gets him back in the ring. And it's back in the ring now, guys. Almost... Apologize for that. Almost made it to the 10 count and got a count out victory. But nonetheless, oh, and he hits another stunner. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. And ladies and gentlemen, Conroy James has won over Cowboy Paul. Oh. Well, there he is cheering. But what's Cowboy Paul doing standing in the ring? Well, Cowboy Paul's offering a handshake to James and he accepts it. Well, I want to know how the other members of the collection are going to feel about that one. That was a very honorable move on the hands of James there. That was a brilliant opening match for this pay-per-view. Cowboy Paul didn't get the win that he had hoped for and the revenge that he hoped for, but he had an amazing match against Conroy James there. And it took 2 stunners to keep the man down. Plus Conroy James kicked out of the OK Corral, which is in of itself a feat. But here we are with the second match of the night. Loverboy Luke Valiant will be taking on Electro in Electro's in-ring debut. Now, we haven't seen much of Loverboy since his debut match in the Fatal 4-Way Multi-Man Championship match. He didn't perform the best in that match, and he tried making a return here last week after taking some time off to train and get better. And it didn't pan out well because Electro attacked him during his entrance. So we could not have a definitive will Luke Valiant get a win here. He did manage to fight off Electro in the match here, but here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Electro is here. Again, we don't know too much about DZW, or most of DZW's denizens. Electro himself, I don't know much about. I will look into it for further details. All I know is he came into the TKWF trying to make an impact, and in his first appearance, he attacked a member of the TKWF, which spanned into this match. And surely enough, Electro versus Loverboy Luke Valiant will be an interesting match for you here tonight, folks. But for now, we're going to kick off the match. And we're off. So this match doesn't have too much of a build to it so far. I mean, as I said, it literally happened because Electro attacked Luke Valiant during his entrance and Luke Valiant threw a challenge down. So, that being said, these two definitely don't like each other. I personally had to run backstage and split up a fight between these two after the challenge was thrown down, because they had some strong words which almost led into fisticuffs. So I had to split these two up. These two definitely don't like each other. And surely enough, I'm sure this will not be the last time we see these two in a ring together, because there is definitely a lot of hate between these two. But Electro throwing some nice punches in the Loverboy. Loverboy hasn't been very offensive in this match so far. Electro has been doing most of the heavy lifting in this match. Electro just taunting the crowd while Loverboy's trying to get away. Luke Valiant is a very interesting wrestler. As I said, he came from a small indie promotion. No one knows much about him. And surely enough, he came to the TKWF trying to make an impact. Didn't make much of an impact in his debut match. Will he make more of an impact here in this match against Electro? We'll have to find out. But these two going toe-to-toe right now. Loverboy finally finding his standing in this match. Finally getting some hits in on his opponent. It'll be an interesting matchup. Oh, and a nice lifting reverse DDT there from Luke Valiant. Oh, a nice discus forearm there. Oh, where's Luke Valiant going now? Oh, a jumping knee to the face. Luke Valiant definitely turned his match into second gear right now. He's starting to throw down real hard against Electro, realizing that he couldn't take him late. Oh my god, a brain buster. Realized that he couldn't take Electro lightly in this match, and he's just switched into another mode right now. And now Electro starting to fight back here. Oh, and a nice fall-away slam there from Electro to Loverboy Luke Valiant. Oh, and a kick to the gut from Electro now. Oh, and a nice punch to lariat combo there from Luke Valiant. Oh, and Electro threw him into the stairs now. Oh my god. Electro just beating down Valiant outside this ring now. The DZW denizens like to take fights outside the ring, don't they? It's definitely something that we have seen in the past. Oh, we're in a 7 count now. Get it in the ring, boys. Oh, 8 now. Electro's in the ring. Luke Valiant's still writhing in pain on the outside. Oh, and the ref was just about to call 10. If Electro didn't go outside the ring, he could have won by a countout, but it seems Electro isn't down to winning that way. And that is something that I have to respect about him. I may not like him in many ways, but I do respect him for that. Oh no. Loverboy going to the top rope now. This could be dangerous for him. Oh my god! What a move from Loverboy Luke Valiant there. Oh my god. But it wasn't enough to keep Electro down with a jumping neck breaker. And then a nice snap. Snap. I guess you'd call it it's a form of a snapman, maybe, I don't know. Oh, what's he going for here? Oh, he's got him on the shoulders now. Oh my god! Oh my god. I believe that move is called the TKO. And it surely was electrifying. Electro has won his debut match here at Make It or Break It. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a match. These two were brawling inside the ring, outside the ring. And it all ended when Electro hit that TKO. Pretty much ending the match, ending Loverboy Luke Valiant's run. Will this be the end of these two? Probably not. But for now, Electro from DZW has come into TKWF and in his in-ring debut made a win. Alright, and here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Women's Championship, the first title defense of the night out of the 4 that we will have. Well, it's technically 6 if you count the fact that the IC and multi-man titles will be unified here tonight for the Global Championship. So there's technically 3 titles in one match being defended. But here she is, ladies and gentlemen, the Psycho Queen herself, Cameron Newton. Now, she's basically been obsessed with Alice Lane lately. In her interview a couple weeks ago, she said that Alice Lane was too pretty to be champion, and if she had to hurt her to get that title away from her precious body, then that's just what she'd have to do. The Psychotic Queen is a bit of a crazy one, bit of a nut job, but she currently has 2 pinfall victories over Alice Lane, and I don't believe Alice Lane has actually beaten her in a match. So now that the title is on the line, will Alice Lane be able to step it up a gear, or step it up a notch, I should say, and be able to keep that title around her waist? The first and only TKWF Women's Champion so far will, in her first ever proper title defense, will she stay champion or will she move on? So I should just mention, guys, we now have, out of 2 of the 4 DZW match debuts that we have here in tonight, 2 of them have won. So, does that mean that the Collection's tag team will win the tag team championships? Does that mean that Dale Roven will be able to beat Jason Mercer? We'll have to find that out in part 2 of Make It or Break It pay-per-view. But for now, we're focused on part 1 and the Women's Championship. Now, Alice Lane looking very intent here. She's not here to play games. She's here to beat Cameron Newton and retain her Women's Championship here tonight. Cameron Newton is one crazy person and is a tough opponent for Alice Lane, as we've seen in the past. Alice Lane, being the veteran of the two, knowing how to outsmart most of Cameron Newton's moves, but for some reason Cameron Newton is just able to hit stronger moves that hold her down. But Alice Lane seems to come in here with a fine strategy, already getting her down, already trying to use her size and speed advantage, or at least her speed advantage over the Goliath psychotic queen herself, Cameron Newton. Now, what a match these two are going to have for the Women's Championship in mind. Keep in mind that Alice Lane's got a lot to think about. I mean, she won her title in a 6-woman battle royal, in which Cameron Newton was first eliminated, I believe, or second at least. And I believe it was Alice Lane herself that actually eliminated her. And then Alice Lane was meant to have a match against Alexia, but out of nowhere, Cameron Newton attacked her, which then led to 2 matches in a row where Cameron Newton would beat down Alice Lane and would walk out victorious. Alice Lane has never technically gotten a win over Cameron Newton, unless you count the Battle Royale. So there's got to be a lot weighing in on the champion's mind, but you know, she has to not consider that. She has to not think about it. She just has to go out there and do her thing and try and walk out of the make it or break it as women's champion. That's her main goal. She needs to not worry about the words that Cameron Newton spoke. She needs to not worry about the fact that she hasn't beaten Cameron Newton in the past. She just needs to think about the title. Now, I will point out that they're fighting outside the ring, and they're already at a 7 count. If this goes to a double count out, Alice Lane will retain. She does have the championship advantage here, and I don't know why Cameron Newton is... Oh, Alice Lane making it into the ring. And then out of it again. Cameron Newton rolled back in. Now Alice Lane follows her. And we're back in the ring. Newton on the offense with the nice snapmare there. Oh, Cameron Newton to the top rope. Something you never see coming out of the Psychotic Queen. And surely enough, I apologize for that. Surely enough, it didn't pan out for the Psychotic Queen. And, oh, a roll up here. We have a roll up in 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Now, Alice Lane, as again, trying to use her size disadvantage and her speed advantage over the Goliath that is Cameron Newton, the almost 7-foot tall monstrosity of a woman that is the Psychotic Queen, Cameron Newton. She's just trying to use that to her advantage. That she is smaller, she is faster, and she'll do anything she can. Oh, nice Hurricane Rana there from the champion. She will do anything she can to remain champion, whether it be win with a roll-up pin or something of the likes. A nice Hurricane Rana, once again, 2 in a row. And now, Newton outside the ring, Lane inside the ring, Lane outside the ring now. But Newton catches her off guard while she was still looking around, trying to find her. Newton was waiting for her. And we're back outside the ring with these two going toe-to-toe once again. I don't know what was meant to happen there. Oh! A nice jumping enziguri to the face there. Now Alice Lane just staring at Cameron Newton right now while she's up against that barricade. Punching her in the face. Knocking her down. Stomping on her face now. This is just unbelievable. And then back in the ring. Oh, 9 count. Oh, Alice Lane went back outside to stop the count. Very good smarts on the side of the champion now. And, oh, nice arm drag maneuver there from Alice Lane. These two need to bring it inside the ring soon. They know this match can't end outside the ring. The only way it can is with Alice Lane staying champion. Though I don't know if that's factored into the crazy plans of Cameron Newton right now. Oh my god. Nice kip up there from Cameron Newton. And the ring... Oh, the action is back in the ring, I should say. I was about to say the ring is back in action, but... Oh, nice DDT there from Alice Lane. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and Alice Lane hits the DDT. And retains the championship. Now, normally, it's Cameron Newton who pulls out a DDT with her Psycho Driver. But that snap DDT was enough to keep Cameron Newton down for the 3 count. Alice Lane used her speed advantage over the bigger Cameron Newton to retain that Women's Championship. Congratulations, Alice Lane, on your first successful title defense in dealing with the Psychotic Queen herself. But here we are with the fourth match of the evening, I should say. And now here is the match I've been waiting for a while. It is Kurai Falcon versus Jessie Kincaid. Now, for those of you that don't know, Kurai Falcon is Akira Falcon. Akira Falcon was our first ever Cruiserweight champion. He was going toe-to-toe with Jessie Kincaid almost every single week, but could never pull a victory over on Kincaid. It ended up being so brutal that Akira Falcon was trying to use heelish tactics to try win, and it still wasn't enough. Anytime Jessie Kincaid locked in the crossface or locked in that devastating leg lock of his, Akira would just tap, and then Akira Falcon snapped and has gone into his evil alter ego of Kurai Falcon. Now, for those of you that don't understand, Akira normally means bright, or can mean bright in Japanese. Kurai is a way of saying dark, I believe. So it's like light and dark, you know? When he's Akira Falcon, he's good, he's light. When he's Kurai Falcon, he's dark, he's evil. He's twisted. And he's come in this match here tonight against Jessie Kincaid. Although he hasn't earned it, he still technically has had his rematch clause, and every other possible contender was either in a match or injured. So, surely enough, we allowed Kurai Falcon to cash in his rematch clause here tonight and make it or break it. Will he be able to make it? Or will he break it and lose his shot at the Cruiserweight title? It'll be an interesting showing. These two have been going toe-to-toe basically since day one. Or since day 2, technically. Since they've been fighting since week 2 of the TKWF universe. But here they are, ready to fight for that Cruiserweight Championship. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Cruiserweight Championship that is on the line in this match here tonight.
Introducing the challenger from Osaka, Japan, weighing in at 197 pounds, the Falcon. And introducing the champion from Great Falls, Montana, weighing in at 231 pounds, he is the Jesse.
Now, Kincaid, after taking the title off Falcon over a month ago, he's been a dominant champion, never losing a match. Granted, most of them have been against Falcon himself, but he is here to make a name for himself as the Cruiserweight champion. Trying to prove that, you know, he deserves this title. While Falcon trying to deserve that he deserves to be in contention for this title and maybe even deserves to hold it once again. And here we are. The match has started. These two in the corner now. Ref having to break it up. Now these two are very much into submission and chain wrestling, so we will see a lot of that in this match. I mean, as I've stated, every time Kincaid's won, he's won with either a crossface or his leg lock. So surely enough, he's trying to weaken the arms, weaken the head, weaken the legs, any body part he can weaken really, to lock in for a submission to stop Falcon from being able to continue, make him tap. That's his factor in here. Meanwhile, Kurai Falcon is trying to deal as much damage as he can in one go. And trying to deal dominance in this match. But as we've seen in every factor in these matches so far, Kincaid is already taking reins in this match, already being the dominant champion we know he can be. And Falcon trying to escape the grasps of Kincaid now. And these two just taking the brawl to the outside now. These two really hate each other. Oh! A tackle into the barricade, or sorry, not the barricade, the apron there. That's gotta hurt. There is not much padding on the sides of those rings. It is pure steel. And the crowd not very happy with this match so far. Wanting them to get it back inside the ring. You can hear the boos throughout the crowd. And we're at an 8 count now. Oh, slamming him in the barricade. Runs into the ring. Kincaid follows him. And we're back in the ring now. Oh my god, I don't know where Kurai Falcon was going there, but Kincaid capitalized on the fact that he was distracted. And surely enough, that is where and how we want it. Now, oh, here we go with the cover. 1. And a kick out at 1. Now, surely enough, this is not how this is meant to be going for Kurai Falcon in his head. You know, he expected, you know, bring out the darker side of himself. He'll be able to draw the strength to beat Kincaid, but surely enough, that's not how it's working here so far in the match. Oh, and a nice suplex, getting Falcon back inside the ring now. Oh, and a nice Hurricane Rana there. These two just fighting. These two just trying to beat each other down, trying to weaken each other's body parts, trying to find any way they can to lock in a submission move. Because these two are very much submission specialists. Kincaid more so than Falcon. But Falcon's been known to do submissions of his own. And surely enough, we'll probably see him whip those out, as he'll whip out every move in his arsenal to try win here tonight. Oh, nice move there. But Falcon got straight up and went into the attack mode. But every time Falcon throws something at Kincaid, Kincaid fights back with something better. And that's what this entire rivalry's been about. Oh, nice counter there. It looked like Kincaid was going for a leg lock there. Falcon saw it coming. Oh my god, what are we going to see here? The Falcon Arrow! Oh my god, we haven't seen Akira Falcon or Kurai Falcon pull that out since making his in-ring debut. We haven't seen him pull out the Falcon Arrow. Oh, and a drop kick to the shoulder there. Oh, and an enziguri. Now, all Falcon needs to do is try go for a cover, but he's trying to inflict more damage into Kincaid here, which is a bad decision. He could have potentially gotten the pin there. Goes for a kick. And another... Oh! He went for another enziguri, but turned it into a head scissors when he realized he almost missed it. Smart decisions there from Kurai Falcon. Oh, and a nice Hurricane Rana there. Once again. Oh, and a Hurricane Rana from Kincaid now. Now these two still going toe-to-toe in this match. Oh, no. Oh, no. The stomping of the arm. Oh no, well we know what's coming up now. Or maybe not, he's going for another twist. I thought he was going to lock in the crossface now. But apparently no, he's going for his another arm stomp. He's trying to weaken that arm as much as possible. So that when he locks in the crossface, every part of Falcon's body will be hurting. Oh, a running heel kick. Running spinning heel kick, I should say. From Falcon. Again, Falcon just needed to hit the arrow and go for a cover. He could potentially have won this match there. But he was going for more damaging type abilities. Oh! Locked in an armbar. Oh, but got countered there from Kincaid. Oh, and now Kincaid locking in the guillotine choke. Could we see a tap to the guillotine choke now? No. Falcon kicks out. Now, as I said, Kincaid is a submission specialist. He is able to whip out any form of submission, target any part of your body. There is no way to counter his fighting style, because his fighting style is just attack everything. You can't stop him from attacking one body part because he'll just attack another one. And Falcon knows that. That's why Falcon's trying to keep him down, keep him grounded, trying to keep him away from doing any offense that will be dangerous to him later on in the match. Now, Falcon has put on a brilliant showing here tonight. Not the best that we've seen from him, but definitely not the worst. He's actually gotten some nice hits in. He managed to hit the Falcon Arrow once. If he can do it again, he could probably win the match. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. And as you can see now, Falcon's starting to feel out of energy in this match. Starting to feel wasted. Oh, here we go. Locking it in. The crossface. He's locking in the crossface. Could we see a tap here? Oh no, Falcon fights out. Which is something that haven't seen much of. He never really fights out of the crossface. As soon as it gets locked in. Oh, he's locking in one of his own. Oh, but he gets a rope break. That would have been very ironic had Falcon been able to lock in that crossface and win the match. The move that had been devastating him for over a month now. Oh, and here we go. After the sunset flip into the pin. 2, and a kick out at 2. And I don't know what these two are doing. They're like trying to size each other up from behind. I don't know what they were planning on doing there. And now Falcon throwing some words down. It looks like he's lining up for another Falcon Arrow now. Oh no! The Shining Wizard! The Shining Wizard, the move that won him the Cruiserweight Championship in the first place against the Senshi. Oh, goes for a sunset flip pin. 1, 2, and a kick out again. He really needs to whip out another Falcon Arrow to pin Kincaid here. Kincaid getting out of the ring. He knows that he's in danger now. Falcon's finally finding his footing in this match. Finally getting the crowd back behind him. Oh, counter there from Kincaid. And now these two are taking the fight back outside the ring. Oh, diving elbow there. And now they're back in the ring. Falcon laying flat out on the mat, unable to move. Kincaid just slowly targeting him now. He knows he's got Falcon right where he wants him. He's just going to torture him now. Poor Falcon get thrown outside the ring. Still hasn't moved much since being beaten up outside the ring and thrown back in. I feel like that was like Falcon's last bit of energy, and he was just running on adrenaline, and as soon as it got cut off, he just ran out of energy now. Now Kincaid just torturing Falcon in the middle of the ring here. He knows he's got this match won now, unless Falcon can somehow find some new form of energy. Oh! That discus punch just busted Kurai Falcon open. You can't really see it because it's underneath his mask, but he has been busted open. Oh, but could this be it? Could Falcon get a little bit extra momentum here in this match? Well, surely. Oh, and a DDT there. Oh, and here we go with the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Again, Falcon barely able to move now. He's just fighting on instincts at this point. Which means that it's the perfect target to lock in the leg lock. The leg lock that has made him tap more times than I can count. The leg lock that could potentially end his opportunity at going for the title, and it does. Kurai Falcon taps to the devastating leg lock, and Jesse Kincaid retains the Cruiserweight Championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a hard-fought battle I mean, Kurai Falcon had this won at a couple of stages, but Jesse Kincaid was just better and had him cut off. I'm going to say one last time, we're going to give Kurai Falcon a shot at the Cruiserweight title. Next week on TKWF Universe, we will see Kurai Falcon versus Jesse Kincaid in a ladder match. This will be Kurai Falcon's last attempt at the Cruiserweight Championship. If he can't beat Kincaid, as long as Kincaid is champion, he will not be able to challenge for the title. That is my statement right now. But for now, congratulations to Kincaid. We move on to our final match of Part 1. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the main event of Part 1 of the TKWF. It is the triple threat match for the newly formed Global Championship. Now, for those of you that haven't been following the TKWF since day one, will not know the turmoil that this man has had to go through in order to hold the title in this. He had to beat one of his toughest opponents ever in Yamamoto to claim the Intercontinental Championship in episode 1, I should say. Then he went into a 3-week-long feud with the current world champion at the time, TK Landon, where at the end of it, he just could not get a pinfall victory over the man, the myth, the Landon, and had to relinquish his IC title in a double championship match when Landon pinned him with an unbelievable kick. So, when it came to him earning a him cashing in a rematch clause, this man right here stood in his way. The multi-man champion, a DZW denizen in Grim Oxley. This man had an interesting run in the company so far. He debuted with a fellow DZW denizen in Jackson Jepson. And then he attacked Vex in a multi-man, or a non-title match between Vex and Rush, which then set up the multi-man match where he walked out as champion. He then said that he didn't care for the multi-man championship and that he wanted the Intercontinental Championship. He wanted to step up in the world and take that multi-man championship and throw it in the garbage. So, I gave him an opportunity to win the number 1 contendership match against Andre Salas, and surely enough, Andre Salas beat him. So Salas got thrown in this match, but then Oxley decided to add himself in the match and add his title on the line. So I said, you know what? No, we're gonna fuse the Intercontinental and multi-man titles to make a brand new title here tonight with a brand new lineage. So if Oxley walks out as that champion, he walks out as that champion. If Landon walks out as that champion, he walks out as that champion. If Salas can overcome both the champions and walk out as champion, congratulations to him as well. But here he is, the man, the myth, the Landon, the Intercontinental Champion, TK Landon. Now, surely enough, TK Landon himself will put on a great show here tonight. Will he leave with the Global Championship? Will it be Grim Oxley? Or will it be Andre Salas? That's what this match is here to find out. And here there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The new Global Championship. As you'll see, the ref is probably going to show it in a second. There we have it. Brand new title, brand new look, and a brand new champion. Now this will mean that both the multi-man and Intercontinental titles will evaporate from the TKWF here tonight, that they will officially be discontinued. So, technically, we've only ever had 2 Intercontinental Champions and 3 Multi-Man Champions, being Rush, Vex, and Grim Oxley. And the Intercontinental, obviously, Andre Salas and TK Landon. But let's get into the match. As we've already seen, Landon threw Oxley out of the ring after he flattened Salas and then went straight for Salas. These two definitely still have a hatred for each other. They don't like each other, but they don't like Oxley more. So they're going to deal with him, get him out of the match so they can settle their score. And Oxley just wants the title. I don't even think he has a personal problem with either of these superstars. He just wants the title, and they got in his way. So, will we see the grim ending flatten these guys and end their title reigns or title challenges? We will see. But for now, Landon's getting a nice beatdown on Oxley. Salas is just looking over. And now Landon, turning his attention to Andre Salas, throws him out of the ring and then follows him. As I said, this match is really meant to be Landon versus Salas. Grim Oxley added himself in the last minute. And a reminder, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match. So 1, kick out at 1. The ref was a bit slow there, but this is a Falls Count Anywhere. So anything goes in this match, basically. In this elimination Falls Count Anywhere match. Anything could happen. I mean, I would say that Oxley is probably the best man for the multi-man matches, as he's the only one who's actually had one in the TKWF so far, and he holds the multi-man championship. But really, if you look back on the multi-man match that he won, the same thing happened. He was targeted by the 2 opponents while they dealt with each other, and then when they weakened each other, he took his opportunity and eliminated them. If you look back to that match where he won the multi-man championship, Rush eliminated Vex, and then he turned around, hit the grim ending on Rush, and pretty much won immediately. Speaking of the grim ending, here it is. Could the grim ending put down Andre Salas right now? 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Salas is not held down by the grim ending now. I feel he hit it a little too early in the match for my liking, but who knows? All I know is it's held Salas down for a while. The running knee there from Landon. Now Landon taking some time to just appreciate his work. You see Salas knocked down in the ring now. Salas is standing up. And they ran in different directions. That's a bit of a strange one. Oh, here we go. Salas is out of the ring. It's now down to Landon and Oxley inside the ring. And now Oxley just manhandling the man, the myth, the Landon. What a match this has been. What a first half to this pay-per-view this has been. And we're all ending it here in part 1. Part 2 will be out in the next day or 2. I know this was meant to come out on Saturday, and the other one was meant to come out on Sunday. Oh, what's going on here? Oh my god, Andre Salas! The speed and quickness of Andre Salas there, just running and doing a DDT through the middle and bottom ropes. The crowd screaming, "This is awesome." I have to agree with that. Salas with a nice dive off the top, but it fails. Landon counters with the knees into the gut. Oh, nice suplex there from Salas. So Oxley's back up now. Oh, and here we go. A nice modified torture rack there, if you will. Trying to get a tap there from Salas, but no, he countered. Landon just watching Salas now. And Landon hitting, oh my god, the reverse DDT. What are we going to see here from Oxley? Oh, Snake Eyes in the corner. And then Oxley targeting Andre Salas now. Poor Andre Salas has just been in the middle of these two. But I guess it's basically Landon's going after Salas. Salas is going after Oxley. And Oxley is just in the middle of everyone fighting. So he's going after everyone that goes after him. Oh, and a kick out at 1. A reminder, false count anywhere. There are no rope breaks, no countouts in this match. So that is why the ref was counting right next to the ropes. Oh, after the move, goes for a cover. 1. Then a kick out at 1. Salas is really trying his damnedest to fight through this. He doesn't want... Oh! Oh my god! Well, he went for another modified torture rack. But Landon was saying, no, Salas is mine, you stay out of it. And now Grim Oxley about to cop a running knee to the face. And here we go with the cover. Could it be enough? 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 from Grim Oxley. That was not enough to hold him down for the 3. And now Salas with a nice counter there. Hits the front face lock. Oh! Hits an uppercut. Locks in the front face lock again. And then a Northern Lights suplex for good measure. Salas not wanting TK in the ring apparently. Blue Thunderbomb! Could that be enough to keep Oxley down? Maybe not, because he didn't go for the cover. Oh, he's got Landon exactly where he wants him. But Landon fought out of it. He saw it coming. He realized he was in a corner with Andre Salas lining it up. Oh, a nice STO there from Andre Salas. Oh, the headbutt to the back of the head of Salas now. That has gotta hurt, my god. Now what's Oxley gotta do here? Well, he picked him up and then threw him down for a cover. Here we go, 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Now these three going at it toe to toe, trying to eliminate each other. Oh, nice suplex there. Apologies for that. Oh my god, Salas just locked in a crossface. Could we see Grim Oxley tap here? Could this be the first elimination of this triple threat match? No, it is not. The crossface. Oh, a nice double team there from Salas and TK Landon, but it ended up costing Salas some damage as well. I don't know if they were working together or if they both just went for the move. Unbelievable kick! And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Andre Salas is eliminated. We're down to the 2 champions. Will it be Grim Oxley or TK Landon as the first champion, the first global champion? A grim ending to TK Landon. Is this going to be enough? Will Grim Oxley come out of this as the champion? We will find out right now. Here we go with the cover. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2. Oh my god. Landon is just sticking through. I don't know if Landon wants to be on the bad side of Grim Oxley now. But surely enough, he definitely is. Oh. And now Oxley just using his striking offense. Salas is just watching it and it's like, whoa, wait, I got eliminated? Now Landon just taking a beating from Oxley, but still standing to witness every shot that's getting thrown at him. Oh, a clothesline there. Oh, and Landon starting to fight back now. TK Landon, the man, the myth, the unbelievable kick out of nowhere. And here we go with the cover. 1, 2, 3, and TK Landon is our first ever global champion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching part 1 of the Make It or Break It pay-per-view. This has been an amazing half, and we ended on an amazing match. The TK Landon hitting that unbelievable kick out of nowhere, just flattening Grim Oxley for the 3 count. What an unbelievable counter, what an unbelievable move, what an unbelievable TK Landon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you want more content from me, hit the subscribe and the bell. And we will see you later on this week for part 2 of TKWF Make It or Break It pay-per-view.